in a breast pocket, not a file cabinet. Wireless is catching a big fish and a small fish at the same time. I can see wireless, and I like what I see. AT&T Wireless, your world close at hand.
We had a tough year. Earnings are down, our stock is down, growth is slowing, demand is flat.
He's thinking, I was set for early retirement. She's thinking, I had it made.
Trend is clear.
She's thinking, glad I called PNC. Most of my investments are in one company. PNC helped cushion me from this volatile market. Let us put your money to work in ways you never thought possible.
I think it's time we get back to reality.
PNC, the thinking behind the money.
Hi, I'm Bob, and I'm a fajitas fanatic. It's been 3 hours since my last fajitas.
Hang in there, Bob.
Oh, that grilled steak. The shrimp. Oh.
Be strong, Bob.
I'm trying, but now they've got those new smothered steak and mushroom fajitas all covered with melted cheese.
A fanatically fantastic fajitas from just $9.99 right now at Chi-Chi's.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the program.
You'll find them in every town, city, and suburb across Pennsylvania. Different people of different ages, from different walks of life, who all share the same belief that auto insurance rates are just too high, and it's time someone turned things around. That someone is finally here. Presenting Unitrin Direct, a company dedicated to driving down the high cost of auto insurance and helping drivers save hundreds of dollars a year or more.
How much can Unitrin Direct save you? Give us a call for a free rate quote. No pressure, no obligation. Unitrin Direct's low rates could save you hundreds of dollars a year with no loss in coverage. You'll even have your own dedicated team of representatives to look out for your best interests. And remember, the Unitrin family of insurance companies has more than 70 years of experience and over $5 billion in assets. So you can count on us to be there when you need us. Call Unitrin Direct today and see just how much you could save.
You want savings, you want service, you want Unitrin Direct. Call 1-877-292-4408 now.
Those are the Pennsylvania cheerleaders, selected from their high schools from around the area and their outstanding work throughout the course of the year. They're all rooting for Pennsylvania. And there's a very familiar face to Penn State fans enjoying his semi-retirement, Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, I think Jerry, when he stepped down last year, his loss was had a little more impact than people realized last year. Just his continuity and running the defense for so many years. Just just him stepping down, it was going to be different. I think they'll be much better this year on defense. But Jerry Sandusky, what a great coach and a great contributor to a lot of young people's lives in the state of Pennsylvania throughout his career.
Has a Second Mile Foundation, which is so dedicated to, they do so much great work with young people throughout the state. Quick pass, almost picked off. Josh Lay, who has been close a number of times and has one interception tonight, almost had another. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for Ohio.
Brian Pantek has not had the kind of night that he was hoping for as of yet. Still a lot of time left in the ball game. Played at such a great program. Chuck Kyle, the coach at Cleveland St. Ignatius, 8 state championships. Well-coached football team.
On 3rd down, Maurice Hall makes the catch. And another great hit by Pennsylvania, Tyree Young. We talked about this war in the trenches. John Appicello, let's talk a little bit more about it.
That's right. We have Jason Sachs here from Mannheim Central. He's been front and center in the war. Jason, how's it going down there, and how has the momentum swung?
Well, it's been a pretty hard-fought battle down in there. They're coming hard, but we prepared for this all week. We knew it was coming, and we just buckled up the chin straps, and we just got to keep it up.
Do you guys feel like it's going to take one more drive to put this one out of reach?
I hope we put 5 more drives up there, but, it's out of reach now if we play. If we play our game and our defense keeps doing a great job like they are right now, it's out right now. But I want 5 more touchdowns up there.
Ohio's defensive ends, certainly talented, but you guys have matched them.
Got to go, man.
He's got to go, but certainly it's been a great war in the trenches, Greg. Back upstairs.
Got to get back in.
Yeah, I think what's happened, the first half, I think the offenses dominated. I think the defenses were a little passive, and the offenses had the upper hand. But I think so far in this third quarter, both defenses have had the upper hand. Both defenses have been more aggressive and really shut down both of these offensive football teams.
No one scored in this third quarter after putting 49 points between the two teams on the board in the first half. Howard tried to work it up the middle, and they didn't get very far, if anywhere. Jones is back in. Reggie Harden made the stop. Well, Jones is going to test that Achilles. We've now learned it's more of his Achilles heel, Achilles tendon, actually. And they're just going to run out the clock and just sit on it and wait to play this fourth quarter. Well, the defenses have indeed taken over. And that is the end of quarter number 3. Well, here we go with the fourth and final quarter. There's always the potential of overtime. Pennsylvania's up by 7.
The bow. Resistance becomes strength. Becomes power. The power to change and reshape your entire body. This is Bowflex, an entire gem-in-one easy-to-use machine. So powerful, it delivers over 60 health club quality exercises with up to 410 pounds of resistance in any room in your home. Strength training with Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. One simple workout. 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week. Bowflex is real. The results are real. And you can own one with no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. Call right now for a free video and brochure. Bowflex, the power is yours.
The PNC Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Saturn of Lancaster and Saturn of York.
Welcome back to the Big 33. Some fans like to just clap. These guys are fans of Pennsylvania's Ed Hinkle. You've heard of the writing on the wall. Well, the writing is on their chests. They're here. They're here from Erie, guys, and they're certainly getting their money's worth at the Big 33. And never let it be said that I don't travel to the farthest reaches of the stadium to bring you the story, Greg Mace. That's where these guys are. I've got my sneakers on and I'm earning my career. Ed Hinkle, they're cheering for him.
It's almost in the top row there. And Ed's had a couple of nice returns.
I wonder if any of those guys are related to Ed.
Hinkel. You can't miss him. Here we go with the fourth quarter. The Big 33 Football Classic from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Howard fakes and is swamped.
Yeah, this has been a different second half. Both defenses are getting penetration. They're taking the game to the offense a little bit more. That time, Cecil Howard, I mean, they haven't allowed much penetration. He's been able to take that little quick drop and make whatever throw he's wanted to, but that time, great penetration up front. Stop the play.
So it's 3rd and 14. Back on the 38 now. Good play action. Looking downfield, throws, it is complete.
Wow.
Kevin Jones. Well, we've seen him run. Now we see him come out of the backfield and catch.
Well, not just catch. I mean, this is a difficult catch. This is a difficult catch for a wide receiver, let alone a guy coming out of the backfield. He's working on the linebacker. And watch this catch over the outside shoulder. Had to turn completely around and then made the fingertip catch. That's great concentration by Kevin Jones, and you can still see he doesn't look 100%.
Ball is crossed midfield now. 1st and 10 from the 46. Beach in motion, a little misdirection, give us to Lamar Stewart. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, if that, so it'll be 2nd down now for Pennsylvania. 3rd quarter stats brought to you from Saturn of Lancaster.
Well, you can see Pennsylvania is still a huge advantage in total yards, number of plays, and most of that was the difference in the first half. And again, both teams with an ability to run the football, almost 200 yards rushing now for Pennsylvania.
And both teams with just 1 turnover. 10.5 minutes left now in regulation. This game will not end in a tie should Ohio come back and tie it up. Well, no whistle, no flag. It's like somebody had jumped and then Howard had to regroup.
Well, I think the only people that moved early that time were the center and the quarterback. I think everybody else thought it was on 2, and those 2 guys thought it was on 1 because nobody else got out of their stance. Watch as the ball is snapped, and nobody else is going except Cecil. And then Jamal Bryant, again, right there on top of Kevin Johnson, and knocked him right back into the quarterback. So I like this Jamal Bryant. Again, he's going to Bowling Green. There's Kevin Johnson. I like him too. I mean, these are 2 guys that, to me, they epitomize what high school football is about. It's in there grinding, play after play.
3rd down. Howard with time, lofts it up in the air, looking for Jones. Incomplete.
That time it was different. Instead of Jones finding a linebacker man-to-man, that time he had Dustin Fox, who maybe doesn't run a 4.2, but he's got pretty good speed himself. So he was out there step for step with Kevin Jones. Good defense by Ohio.
So it's another punting situation for Pennsylvania. Get it away from about his own 40-yard line. Long count. Robbie Gould hangs it up. They're going to call for a fair catch. Jason Wright back on his own 16-yard line. Well, now Ohio gets a chance to tie it up. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left. It's in the 4th quarter. We're coming to you from Hershey, Pennsylvania for the Big 33.
I'm Ron Kaplan, president of Capital Tuxedo. Since 1931, we've fit the world with exceptional styles for the exceptional occasion. Why? Because it's all about style.
Try our online catalog and view our vast selection of traditional and contemporary tuxedos and our exciting formal wear accessories.
Unmatched quality and selection with great customer service. All at affordable prices. Why look anywhere else?
Over 600 locations in 8 states. Call 800-366-0871.
Mr. Davis, sir, Mr. Davis, I've come to ask for a raise. Well, I gotta tell you, Davis, it's gonna be a tight quarter here.
You're thinking, when you own the company, how do you give yourself a raise? We're thinking, PNC has strategies to help you reach your business goals while improving your personal finances. Let us put your company's money to work in ways you never thought possible.
I never could say no to you, Davis.
PNC, the thinking behind the money.
Wireless. It's my morning coffee in a thermos, not a styrofoam cup. Wireless is a conference call into the stars. It's information in a breast pocket, not a file cabinet. Wireless is catching a big fish and a small fish at the same time. I can see wireless, and I like what I see. AT&T Wireless, your world close at hand.
Peanut butter and jelly on a white with crust. Peanut butter and jelly on a white with no crust. To kids, this is variety. But you've grown up. You want real choices for your money, like Arby's $5 value roundup. Choose any 2 chicken sandwiches, 3 beef and cheddars, or 4 regular roast beefs for just $5. So hurry in, and you'll get the kind of change you really like. The $5 value roundup, only at Arby's. Satisfy your grown-up tastes.
If you have to drive anywhere this summer, Bilco Volkswagen says do it in style. Our 2001 Jetta GLS brings the sporty European style to Pittsburgh's roads. This trendy sedan comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile drivetrain warranty. Lease the 2001 Jetta GLS for only $189 per month for 48 months. Lease today and get 2 years of scheduled maintenance for free. Bilko Volkswagen, Route 19 Wexford. If you buy a Volkswagen anywhere else, you'll pay more money.
Rugged, tough, the Rhino is built to take grueling off-road abuse. And so can Rhino Lining's Tough Stuff truck bed liners. If you work your truck hard, then you need a Rhino Lining sprayed-on polyurethane lining to protect your truck bed. Rhino Linings is the world's leading sprayed-on liner company. Their Tough Stuff liner, sprayed on up to a 1/4 inch thick, is virtually indestructible polyurethane. And unlike plastic liners, which don't stop truck bed rust, a Rhino Lining protects your investment permanently. A Rhino Lining only takes a few hours to apply, and it's warranted by your dealer for as long as you own your truck. So if you want to protect your truck's value, get a Rhino Liner. Call or log on right now. We'll send you a free brochure, a sample of Tough Stuff, and give you the name of the Rhino Linings dealer nearest you. Call now.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the program.
Pennsylvania head coach Jim Rankin, but his team got penalized on that last play because of a little miscommunication. They were looking for the fair catch, and Eddie Hinkle didn't see Veach raise his hand, and then he picked it up, and that's a no-no in football.
Veach is signaling fair catch. Hinkle's looking up for the ball, and then when he saw it on the ground, he said, well, I'll take a crack at it. And that ends up being a dead ball foul, delay a game penalty on Pennsylvania, so it backed him up 5 yards from where it was picked up, and it's 1st and 10 Pennsylvania.
6:08 left. They've got a long way to go. They're back on their own 13. Pitch to Jones. He lost the ball. It's loose. And it's
that's a safety.
Yep.
That's a safety, which now makes it a 5-point game, and also Ohio will get the football right back. And again, I can't help but believe that Kevin Jones is thinking about that injury, because he has not looked the same since he's tried to come back in the game. They retaped him, but again, that's a lack of concentration when the ball is dropped on a pitch like this. It was not a bad pitch. It was right in the right spot, and he just took his eyes off of it. He lost his concentration. And again, when you're hurt a little bit, you want to see where the defenders are. You want to see where you're going to get hit from. And I don't know if Pennsylvania right now wouldn't be maybe a little better served with not counting on Kevin Jones to make all the plays for him right now.
I think the look on his face tells it all. He's clearly hurting and fatigued here, and that's a tough break for a great player, but you got to start thinking about the game now. Well, now Ohio's going to get the ball back off the punt.
Well, they'll get it back in great field position with a 5-point lead, and the good news for Ohio is now a touchdown puts them in front. Instead of looking at a tied ball game situation, now a touchdown puts them on top.
Guys, back it up, please.
But as we've seen, touchdowns have been hard to come by here in the second half.
6 minutes left. Now, of course, the numbers don't add up to overtime like they did the last time, but anything's possible here. And Robbie Gould, who's plenty of work tonight here, will punt it away from the 20.
I wonder if he can punt with both feet, too. I know he kicks with both feet.
I'll use the right one again. Jason Wright brought it back across midfield, and Ohio's got great field position.
You know, the problem for Ohio right now, though, throughout this game, with the exception of the one long pass from Bradley Smith to Chris Harrell, they have gotten very little done in their passing game. And in a game like this, with all man-to-man coverage, you've got to be able to make some plays throwing the football, and Ohio has not been able to do that so far in this ball game. And right now, it's up to Brian Pantek to get it done.
Back in, Chatham's. Finds a hole, cuts up left, got about 4 or 5 yards before he was brought down by Tyree Young.
I'm not so sure right now if I was Ohio and I wanted to get a play in the passing game, I'd maybe think about trying to find a way to get the ball to one of those backs or maybe your tight end. The two corners for Pennsylvania have been really difficult to get anything against, but you might be able to slip a back out or your tight end and get a play.
Ohio calls time. 5:21 left. Dave DeLucas, head coach of Ohio. They've all had a great week. This is a great honor for all of these coaches as well to be chosen among all the great coaches in Pennsylvania and Ohio. Jim Rankin's been here before as an assistant. Dave DeLucas is his first time. All these young men are off to their respective colleges after this week. They've all had a terrific time here. They're all hosted by host families as well. They're residents in the Hershey area who bring these young men, they've never met them before, into their homes for the entire week and treat them like kings. And they have a terrific time, and it's a lot better for them than staying in a hotel, and they enjoy more of the experience of Big 33 week.
And I think that's one of the things, one of the many things that makes this game the premier game that it is, because that, to do that you're asking a community to really embrace and get behind this game, and that's exactly what happens here in Hershey. And the people just go well above and beyond the call of duty to make this game the special game that it is. 2nd and 6 from the 48.
It's complete to Jamison Evans. Knocked out of bounds by Josh Lay, who's again right there. And it's a first down for Ohio.
That was a nice quick throw and catch. Jamison Evans, nice wide receiver. Played at Shaker Heights High School. He'll be continuing his career in the Big Ten at Purdue. Of course, anybody that's a quarterback or wide receiver that wants to stay in the Big Ten, Purdue is a pretty exciting place to think about playing. The way Joe Tiller and his staff throw the football around, it's a lot of fun to play.
1st and 10. A busted play. Schnickner.
We saw the same thing with Pennsylvania. The two wing guys going in motion at the same time, and that is not allowed.
And they sort of stopped and looked at each other like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing this.
And if we keep going, one of us might have a concussion. Take a look.
Hey, wait a second. I don't think that's right. Got to come in here and learn all the plays very quickly, and as we said, they've executed very well.
On the offense, 5 yards, previous spot, replay first down.
Little break for Pennsylvania. 1st and 15 now from the 42. Pantek drops, throws, batted down. Troy Banner was there, got a hand on it. Down to Dennis Owens. Dennis?
Jamal Bryant is the emotional leader of this team. You haven't, I don't want to be disrespectful, but you haven't shut up since this game started.
Hey, we got to stay up. We got to stay up. We're still in it, man. We're down by 5. It's us now.
28-23, 5:03 left. How are you feeling on the Ohio sideline?
We got the ball. We're driving. I'm happy. All I got to say is we're putting our hearts out on this field. Even if we lose this game, we put everything out there. And that's all we have to do. That's all. And I believe if we keep putting everything out there, we're going to wear them down. We're going to score. The game's over.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Back upstairs, guys.
Maurice Hall tried to get a block, got about 3 or 4 yards. Ed Hinkle was there to knock him down.
That was a nice play. That was a well-executed delayed draw, and also a nice play by Hinkle. Got a good angle. He's in the open field, one-on-one tackle and a very elusive back. Watch this play set up. It's a delayed draw, lead draw with the fullback blocking, and Maurice Hall looks like he could get the first down, but Hinkle with a nice angle stops it short of the first down mark. Brings up a 3rd down and 7, and maybe the biggest play of the game right now for the Ohio quarterback, Brian Pantek.
From the 35. Hall again, got to the outside, got a first down, and he's also got a touchdown, and Ohio has the lead.
Boy, I like the call by Dave DeLucas. 3rd down and 7, everybody, including myself, thinking pass. They went with the quick count. They really went on a quick count and put Maurice Hall kind of in a wingback situation and gave him the ball in the sweep, and he did the rest. Excellent call, really fooled the Pennsylvania defense that time. I guess Jamal Bryant, I guess we could call him Nostradamus over there. thought they could wear them down and get a touchdown, and they certainly have done that. You see Maurice Hall is in a wingback position. You see him looking in at the quarterback. This is a timing play. He starts in motion. It's a mesh play. Boy, that play just caught Pennsylvania unaware. They're thinking pass on 3rd and 7. And a nice call. And a great run by Maurice Hall. Now the question right now for Ohio is, do we go for 2 and make it a 3-point game? Or do we just settle for the extra point and know that Pennsylvania with Robbie Gould, who's kicked 2 52-yarders as a senior, can win it for Pennsylvania with a field goal?
Well, there's only 4:46 left. And again, that's in regulation because we will play overtime, college rule overtime if we should go that far.
Yeah, I think you go for 2 here.
Well, that's what they're lining up. Yeah.
No, they're going to kick.
They're going to kick.
No, they are going.
They are going to go for it. Fly's
Say,
not on the field.
I think you go for it.
All right, Pantek at quarterback. Looking, rolling, throwing through the end zone, and they don't get it.
That's good defense. Now that's a play where you want to throw that ball right away. You're releasing one guy in the flat, and you're hoping that Schnitker's going to be open right away that you can get him the football. And it was well defended by Pennsylvania.
Well, the man who scored that last touchdown, he's with Dennis Owens. Dennis.
Maurice, only touchdown in the second half thus far. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I'm just trying to help the team. We got back up now. Now we just got to hold it.
Obviously, coming into the game, a lot of the fanfare was on Kevin Jones on the Pennsylvania sideline. He scores 2 touchdowns on the first couple of times he carries the ball. What was going through your mind at that point?
I just felt like the defense contained him after that, and our offense is working hard, and they helped us to score.
And were you thinking, hey, I got to show I'm a pretty good running back as well?
I'm just trying to help this team.
And you're headed to Ohio State. This is a good way to start kind of the college career, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to work hard.
You think you got this one won?
Hopefully.
Okay, back upstairs, guys.
Well, Kevin Jones is staying in the ball game.
Well, Ohio cannot relax at all. There's 4 minutes and 46 seconds left in the ball game, so plenty of time for Pennsylvania right now.
Jackson.
That's going to be a 5-yard face mask on Pierre Woods. Inadvertently grabbed it on the way around. And Pierre saying, hey, wait a minute, we're both going to Michigan. He's my buddy. I'm not trying to hurt him.
Yeah.
You can't call that.
Watch again what happened.
You know, you get the little penalty, but I'll tell you what, you see the speed and athleticism of Pierre Woods. I mean, this guy's a defensive end, 6'6", 230 pounds, long and lean, and he can really run. And I got the biggest kick talking to Montana last night because he spent some time with both teams, and he said Pierre Woods, he said, man, this guy's out there a little bit. He said he reminds him in his personality of Fred Dean or Charles Haley, the guys that he played with that play that pass rushing position. They just kind of have a little bit of a wild edge to it. Pierre Woods is kind of like that.
There's Kevin Jones. A little reverse, and that didn't work either.
The Ohio has answered the challenge of Kevin Jones a little bit here ever since the early part of this game, and that is, let's get we got to get a lot of guys to the ball. We can't let him get ahead of steam. We can't give him those clear cutback lanes, and we got to stop him when he's kind of looking around before he gets that burst going. And they've done a good job of that. I mean, but the problem is with a guy like Kevin Jones is he could explode in one play and change the course of this game in a heartbeat.
Ganner with time, looking downfield. Batted around.
Nice
Great
play by Jason Wright. I love to see this, Greg. I really do. I mean, this guy, they picked on him early, and it was the same thing. Massaquoi going against a smaller defensive back, and that time now we've seen Jason Wright get his confidence back and get in there and go man-to-man and make the play. And what he's doing, and I'm sure this is the adjustment they talked to him at halftime, is that, hey, expect this fade, get your head and eyes around quicker, find the football so you're not scuffling to find the ball at the end of the play. That time he knew where the ball was all the time and just made an excellent play.
Boy, we've seen some great one-on-one matchups out there tonight. 3rd and 9 now. This is a big play. Big play for Pennsylvania. They're backed up on the 22. Ganner waiting, looking, throwing. Great catch by Fred Lee. Little open field. Freddie Lee to the 30. Finally brought down across the 25. Dad's pretty excited, huh?
Well, you know it's man-to-man coverage. You know if you run the little crisscross of your wide receivers that you're going to have somebody running one-on-one. And Damian Fortson, number 11, is in good position. But he just kind of gets twisted up, and Fred Lee is able to stop and go up in the air and get the football. Fortson was there. He knew where it was. Fred Lee just had a better shot at the ball.
63 yards for a first down. Lamar Stewart almost to the 20.
Now again, remember the missed 2-point conversion by Ohio has kept this a 1-point ball game. So Pennsylvania does not need a touchdown here to win the game. A field goal by Robbie Gould could win the football game.
And you've seen that he's got plenty of leg to hit the top of the stage.
And I also go back to the finger injury to Scott Paxson, who is the long snapper for Pennsylvania. We haven't seen him in a pressure situation since that injury, but that could be a factor as well.
2nd and 6 from the 21. Stewart, the ball carrier. Reggie Arden was there on the stop.
Boy, what a big play, that 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, and they get 63.
Fred Lee out of Bishop McDevitt High School. There he is, going to Virginia Tech. He's thrilled Central Pennsylvania fans. Got a great football tradition of Bishop McDevitt High School, the Crusaders.
You know, a lot of big schools, a lot of schools recruited him as a defensive back. Didn't want him as a receiver. And Fred wanted to play wide receiver, and Frank Beamer and his staff said, no, you can come play receiver for us. And he's showing a little bit of his skills now.
3rd down, Jones.
Ball's loose again.
Pennsylvania looks like they recovered out of that. And they did. Lamar Stewart came away with a football. First down, Pennsylvania. Well, watch this.
Or was this just a double fake? No, they gave it to Kevin Jones, and he fumbled it. And there it is off the shoe tops. Lamar Stewart there and gets the first down. Well, what a crazy play that was, but an alert play by Lamar Stewart.
Well, there's maybe the biggest break of the ball game for Pennsylvania. Veach got a couple. Ohio calls time. Minute 31 left. Ohio leads by 1. Pennsylvania driving inside the 10 now.
Well, what a game.
I can't remember a Big 33 game, all the ones that we worked, all the years we watched this, with such great spirit, not only in the stands, the intensity of the one-on-ones, 2 almost completely different games, but 2 games that have been great to watch. A great offensive display, great defensive display, and a couple of big plays that have now made it a 1-point ball game.
And I think character of both teams has really come through because, you know, Ohio had a chance early to get down when they were down 14-0, and they fought their way back to cut it to 7 at halftime, and now they fought to get the lead by 1. And Pennsylvania, every time they've been down a little bit or felt the momentum shifting, they've fought back. So real character showing through on both teams tonight.
And there they are, all putting their hands together.
And part of what Pennsylvania's thinking right now is, hey, we're in a great situation here. It's 2nd and 8 on the 8. We don't need a touchdown to win, but regardless of what we score, we want to use as much clock as we can too. So when Ohio does get the ball back, they don't have enough time to do anything with it.
Veach just short of the goal line. Great run by Jonathan Veach. Out of Mount Carmel, he's going to Princeton.
Really nice blocking up front that time, too, by Pennsylvania. Dale Williams leading the charge up there, number 74. Young man headed to Pittsburgh, big 300-pound guy. Jason Sachs, who we saw earlier, had to run back in there.
On third down, Veach. Short. Pierre Woods had most of the contact.
Pennsylvania's going to call timeout here. It's going to be 4th and very short.
Well, you've got two great kickers on both these teams. Robbie Gould, who's been terrific, and they're going to send him in to try to give Pennsylvania the lead. 47 seconds left.
Now the question will be, will Dave DeLugas call a timeout right after they blow this ready for play to try to ice Robbie Gould? That's kind of the old standard tactic by coaches. Make that kicker think a little extra long about it. I guess he would do that if they had any timeouts left, but Ohio has used all their timeouts up.
Which is going to be big as well when they get the ball back.
Yep.
Because they're going to get the ball back one way or the other. Robbie Gould, this to give Pennsylvania the lead. High snap. Perfect.
Nice time talking to Robbie Gould at practice the other day. Met his dad and his brother last night. His younger brother is going to be a sophomore, is also a kicker. This guy has a powerful leg.
Ohio will get the ball back with 43 seconds left. They're down by 2. Watch it again. A little high on the snap, but this was a screamer.
It wasn't very high.
No.
It was straight, but not very high.
Dave DeLucas said, all right, we're still in it. Let's go. There's the Pennsylvania sideline.
Dustin Fox and Maurice Hall back for Ohio.
And now, obviously, Robbie Gould wants to get a lot on this ball. He's got to be pumped up about making the field goal. But now Ohio will have a long way to go. This is a critical kickoff in return to give them some good field position because, as we said, Ohio doesn't have any timeouts left. One for the corner, and it's going to...
Perfect kick.
Yeah, perfect. Touchback. I don't think he could have placed it any better if he walked down and dropped it.
I mean, if that ball is a foot more to the left, it's a penalty, and Ohio gets the ball at the 35. As it turns out, it goes into the end zone, and they have 80 yards to go now.
There he is, Robbie Gould. Hopefully to watch him at Penn State for a number of years to come. As we said, he's going to walk on up there.
Now, you mentioned no timeout, so what the Ohio team has to be thinking right now is the way they stop the clock is a first down stops the clock. If it goes out of bounds or an incomplete pass, it stops the clock. So you've got to really be smart with the football and what you do with it after you make the catch.
(31-29) Pennsylvania.
If Ohio does make a couple plays and get into field goal range, Nate Fry, the kicker out of Findlay High School, is going to Bowling Green. He was 11 for 17 on the season in field goals, perfect inside of 40 yards, and his 2 longest, he made 2 from 48 yards. So that's what Ohio is thinking right now, that they're going to need at least 3 or 4 big plays to get in the range for Nate Fry.
They've got 80 yards to go for Paydirt. Less than that to get in range.
But again, remember, it's no prevent defense. It's man-to-man, so you got a chance to make a big play every snap.
Pantek out of the shotgun. time, scrambling, is in trouble, little pitch.
The worst thing that could have happened. Absolutely the worst thing that could have happened to Ohio was that play right there. They have no timeouts. They've got to line up and snap the ball and throw it down on the ground. Your receivers were all the way down the field. You just could not have had a worse play at that time in the game.
All right, let's take a look at our AT&T wireless connection of the game. No question, it was this big pass to Fred Lee. Scanner showed a lot of poise here.
Yep.
And Lee showed a lot of great cutting ability.
Yeah, it was just such a huge play. 3rd down and 9. They needed a first down, and they got even more and put themselves in position for the go-ahead touchdown. Or field goal, I should say.
Oh, he just threw a marker.
There was an illegal defense. Illegal defense called by the game coordinator against the Pennsylvania secondary. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down over.
Well, we haven't seen much of that over the years, but the officials coordinator, the rules interpreter, can call an illegal defense and tell the game officials on the field, and that's what happened.
Well, the problem with that is that play took 28 seconds. I mean, when Ohio got the ball, there were 43 seconds left in the game. So even though they get the down over again, they don't get that time back.
So it's 2nd down, which is kind of meaningless with 15 seconds left from the 17. Pantek, Hall, tries to break to the outside, got to get out of bounds, and he does. Well, they've only got 6 seconds left, though, now.
Well, I'm sure each of these coaches had some kind of a special trick play that they put in for this game. We'll see what Dave DeLugas has, because he really doesn't have any choice but to have some kind of a fool 'em play here.
Time for one last play. 2 if they hurry, but probably just 1. Ohio down 2. And the officials throw a flag again. And it's against Pennsylvania from the way the Ohio players are reacting. Well, here are our Capital Tuxedo MVPs of the game. Kevin Jones from Pennsylvania, you see him right there. 2 touchdowns, playing hurt. And then Maurice Hall just had such a solid, spectacular game. Scored the touchdown to put Ohio ahead. Scored a touchdown earlier in the game, and those are our Capital Tuxedo MVPs. One play, throwing it up, looking for Harrell. He's got it. Oh, if they had one timeout, they would have had a shot at a field goal, but they don't, and Pennsylvania wins it. And they had to wait to throw it over Jim Rankin, but boy, is this team excited. What an emotional, high-spirited contest.
And if you don't think this game means a lot to these guys, all 68 of them, you got another thing coming. Both these teams fought and wanted to win tonight bad. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the telecast, since this series has been renewed, it is now Pennsylvania 5 and Ohio 4, and 2 in a row for the Keystoners.
Dave DeLugas walks away obviously disappointed. I can't remember a game with this much emotion in it and so many big plays. I mean, this is the way the Big 33 wanted it to shape out. It couldn't have shaped out any better. I'm going to be joining Dennis Owens for the trophy presentation. Talk to the coaches. Pennsylvania now has the lead in the series, 5-4 with a 31-29 victory. Take a look at the final stats and final thoughts. Pennsylvania with a hard-fought victory, 2-point win over Ohio. We're back after this.
There are certain events that people are proud to be part of, and Camp Jeep is one of them. But the only way to get there is in a Tackle Anything Jeep 4x4. And right now, you can get into one during the Camp Jeep sales event at your Jeep dealer. Get up to a $2,500 cash allowance or 0.9% financing for savings over $4,200 on select vehicles. Or get a Wrangler for under 15 grand. So hurry in, because the only way to get out there is to get here first. Check one out at your local Jeep dealer.
Old Country Buffet proudly presents a taste of Italian, just for you, my friends. Coming Tuesday or Saturday, if you love Italian food. If you don't, come in anyway, because we have many other items freshly prepared for you.
It's dinner with a delicious accent, a taste of Italian, Tuesday and Saturday nights, for a limited time. At Old Country Buffet. Great choice.
Better quality, better value, and better gas mileage. Toyota is the right one for you.
Greg Mays together with Todd Blackledge. A great finish in this 44th annual Big 33 PNC Football Classic. Pennsylvania, a 2-point winner, 31-29. Dennis is with both coaches. Dennis.
Thank you, Greg. And to present the PNC Big 33 Governor's Cup, Rob Rutz from PNC.
Thank you, Dennis. On behalf of PNC and the Big 33 Board of Directors, I'm very pleased to present to you the 2001 PNC Big 33 Governor's Cup. Congratulations, Coach.
Coach, how's it feel?
It feels great. You know, our kids did a great job of coming back, and the Ohio kids and the coaching staff did a terrific job. And we're just very fortunate to win, and I'm very proud of our kids, and I'm proud of the Ohio kids.
Coach Dave DeLugas, obviously a loss. You told me earlier in the week you hate to lose, but this was a great football game.
Great football game. I'm very proud of the Ohio kids. Never gave up. They played with their guts screwed right to the grass. And the Pennsylvania guys, big plays, big plays.
Thank you very much for being with us. Back upstairs.
Todd, it was a game of momentum in the early going with some great offense. They put on so many points in that first half. Defenses took over in the second. But then it was the big plays offensively that really made the difference.
Yeah, big plays. Freddie Lee with a couple big catches there in the ball game. And I think really overall, I mean, Pennsylvania won the game by 2, but they ran 21 more offensive plays than Ohio did. They made more plays throwing the football than Ohio did. And again, when you get in a game like this, man-to-man coverage, you've got to make some plays throwing the football. And Pennsylvania made more passing plays than Ohio did.
So there's the teams gathering. Yeah, the teams gathering around. There's the Governor's Cup. Jim Rankin taking a look at the trophy that they wanted, and what great intensity in this game. All smiles for these guys. And now they are gathered in the end zones with their host families, and terrific week of action, terrific week of fun, and a lot of hugs all around. The buddies saying, "Hey, tough game. We still love you." That's what this game is really all about.
You know what's neat, too, is a lot of these guys, and we talked about the schools that these guys are going to, and in the Big Ten, so many of these guys will be seeing each other for the next couple years. 11 guys at Penn State, 8 at Ohio State, 6 at Michigan, a couple at Purdue, Michigan State. Guys that will be playing against each other for the next couple years.
I'll tell you what, both teams really came out fired up, and there were some great plays. The play by Josh Lay, defensively, he was back there. And when you look in the eyes of these guys, You knew they wanted to win. All these guys are great competitors. Great start by Kevin Jones. Our cheerleaders selected from throughout the area had plenty to cheer about. What a thrill for a defensive lineman, huh?
Yeah, Pat Ross, Cincinnati St. Xavier. Got Ohio right back in the ball game.
Our Big 33 buddies who were the players all week long. It'd be fun to watch this guy at Syracuse, Cecil Howard. Oh, some more final thoughts. Look at the final stats. Buddies had a good time. Hope you did too. Some final thoughts when we come back.
You may have heard that Damon's has wall-to-wall big screens featuring non-stop sports action and a huge collection of team memorabilia displayed around the clubhouse. So, is Damon's a sports bar? Yeah, if you consider eating a sport.
Check this out. The Rolling Rock Festival now through August 5th.
Damon's. The grill is on.
If you have one of these, you could save lots of this on auto insurance by using one of these to call Unitrin Direct. Now that Unitrin Direct Auto Insurance is finally available in Pennsylvania, you could save hundreds of dollars or more without sacrificing service.
Yes, Unitrin Direct Auto Insurance is finally available in Pennsylvania. That means you can save up to 20% or more on auto insurance. But unlike those cut-rate companies, you don't have to give up service. In fact, you'll have your own team of professionals to answer your questions or handle your claims. You don't have to give up security either. We're part of the top-rated Unitrin Insurance family with over 70 years of experience and over $5 billion in assets. Call this number now for a free, no-obligation rate quote and see how much you could save.
So if you think your auto insurance rates are too high, call Unitrin Direct now for a free no-obligation rate quote and see just how much money you could save. You want savings, you want service, you want Unitrin Direct. Call 1-877-841-4969 now.
Most of the crowd sitting in those stands have now gone to the end zone to greet their individual favorite players. Many of the host families and parents, fans. Take a look at some of the final stats in this ball game. Brought to you by Saturn of Carlisle Pike. Todd?
And you see passing yards. That's the big difference to me. 258 for Pennsylvania, only 109 for the Ohio team. And again, plus 21 in total plays, and most of that because a better night passing the football for the guys from Pennsylvania.
Always fun to have you here. Good luck along the college football trail.
Thank you very much. Can't wait.
All right. Once again, Pennsylvania wins at 31-29. Now for Dennis Owens and John Appicello and my broadcast partner Todd Blackledge. Greg Mace, so long from Hershey, Pennsylvania, wins it